4 p.m. Eastern time at the stadium at TQL. For those who will be joining virtually, you can sign up through the link that we shared or also the Concacaf media website. If you'd like to get in a queue, you can ask a question. You can do so by virtually raising your hand. And we'll begin with Doug McIntyre from Fox.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks, guys. And to you especially, Matt. I know you've done a lot of media over the last month. To that point, you're the only guy that played against Canada last month in the Nations League final. How do you see this one playing out similarly, differently? And also your thoughts on Canada coach John Herman saying that they wanted this game. Thanks again.
Well, hopefully more of the same. Obviously in the Nations League final, we got a 2-0 win. We had a lot of chances. They did some really great things in that game as well. It's a really talented side. They're well coached and they create a lot of chances. So we're looking forward to the game, and it's a quarterfinal matchup, and we're looking forward to the experience of getting to play, knockout style soccer.
Again, if you'd like to ask a question, you can virtually raise your hand. We'll continue with Michele Giannone from Univision.
Thank you, Michael. Hi, Matt. Hi, DeJuan. How are you? This is for Matt. With all due respect for the past two rivals, there's going to be a jump in quality, at least on paper. And you guys haven't seen that the last 2 weeks. And the last week, there hasn't been games. How do you adjust, or what has been the trickiest part to prepare to that jump in quality that you're going to see, especially in the first minutes of the game? Thank you.
I think it's just understanding the intensity of, it's not just the opponent, it's just also the moment of playing in games where the margins are finer. So making that extra run, making that extra effort to get into the box on the end of crosses, making that extra effort to block crosses on the defensive end or make that recovery run. And it's not about who you play, it's about, sort of what it takes to win in this style of game. And the more we have exposure to these types of games, the more we'll grow. And, we're looking at it as a building block sort of into the future. And this will be the first taste a lot of these guys have of this style of this type of game, this style of game with this much intensity and, that much on the line. So I think it's important to keep things simple early, grow into the game, and sort of how this group has grown throughout the tournament, sort of do that over a 90-minute span. And hopefully, we come out with a positive result.
Next would be Sam Minton.
Hello, guys. Thank you for taking the time. I just wanted to ask DeJuan a question. Obviously, you were able to notch your first assist. So overall, just what did that mean to you? And just, how has this time of the U.S. men's national team been for you so far?
Thanks, Sam. Yeah, it's been amazing to play 2 games in a row and to notch my first assist in a convincing win. It was a great experience for me. And, like Matt said, we're just looking to continue to build on these experiences and grow as a group. So yeah, I feel like my confidence has grown as well, and I'm just playing in bigger games. So it's been great, and continuing to grind and do whatever I can in training to put my best foot forward.
Next would be Sanjay Sujan-Thakumar.
Thanks, Michael, and thanks, guys, for your time today. A couple questions for DeJuan, a two-parter. Want to ask you about the competition with JMI for minutes at left back. What were your expectations going into camp? What did BJ communicate to you guys about it, and what's that been like competing with him for time there? And also your thoughts on playing with Jalen Neal so far in this tournament. What's his growth been like? And then for Matt, your thoughts on all those really young defenders in this tournament so far, JMI, Jalen, Brian. How noticeable, if at all, was their lack of experience when you first got into camp? And then how much growth have you seen since then? Thank you.
Yeah, I would just say just every day competing, that's what this environment's about. Everyone doing their best and trying their best to get on the field. So just every day grinding and doing the best we can to show what we can do and contribute on the field. And then in terms of Jalen, I think he's been outstanding. His growth has been great. I mean, to see the passes that he's making, his composure, how he's winning his aerial duels and 1v1 battles. It's great to play with him for such a young player to communicate so well and be such a force back there. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I'd say, you look at those guys across the line, but DeJuan as well, and JMI, the guys that they've never had the experiences of playing in the national team for an extended period of time, being in this environment for an extended period of time, playing in a group stage format, now in knockout rounds. I've seen like a great camaraderie, great togetherness, fair competition, and just guys pushing each other, striving to get better, but then also supporting each other on the other side, even if things don't go their way. So, with Jalen, he's had his moments of extreme positivity. He's done really, really well. And we'll just look to keep building with him. Same with Brian and Jamai and DeJuan and whoever else comes in at center back. It's been a really great group to watch grow, and now is the real fun.
We'll go to Thomas Floyd from the Washington Post.
Hey, Matt, this is for you. I wanted to follow up on Canada. Obviously, you've had a couple of chances to face them in knockout round situations in the last month. Also had a couple matchups in qualifying that were pretty intense. Just what's your sense of the increasing respect and intensity of these matchups with Canada as they've developed into more of a force in CONCACAF?
Yeah, I mean, they've got a bunch of quality players up and down the board. They have a similar player pool to what we have here, where they have, their domestic based guys or guys playing in MLS, and then turn around, they have guys that are succeeding at the highest levels in Europe as well. So it's been really great for, soccer in North America in general, in CONCACAF, to have another team to continue to do well. And yeah, it just makes the times that we play them more exciting. And we're not looking at it as anything more than just, the team that we have to play to get to the semifinal. That's sort of like our messaging around the camp. We understand that there's history there and developing history, games that have gone both ways, swung either side of the result. So we're not taking anything for granted, and we know it's going to take a great effort to get the result that we want to get.
We have two more questions, and we'll go back to Sam Minton.
And Matt, this one's for you. Just overall, what has it been like to catch up with DeJuan? Obviously, you mentioned that you guys talk via Snapchat, but just be able to catch up in person, and just maybe how have you seen him grow as a player and get more involved in the U.S. men's national team since your time with the Revolution?
Yeah, it's been really nice to get to catch up with DeJuan here again, birthday buddies. But no, we obviously were really close when we were in New England. I'm really grateful he got to spend some more time with Ash and my son Easton and get to know them a little bit. I got to see, his family as well, people I haven't seen in probably like a year's time or so. And that's always nice to have those connections. That's part of what I love about this game, part of what I love about how it brings people together. And you can create relationships with people that you might never have been able to meet or be in the same place as. So it's been really great, and watching him grow into this role at outside back, and just being challenged in a different environment, different intensity of game, different types of games, and seeing him grow as a player and also as a person has been really great. But I want him to be able to fit out the door on the way out of this interview, so I'm not gonna big him up too much. But you guys, everyone knows how level-headed he is and how great of a player he is. So his ceiling's really, really high.
Did you want to say something nice about Matt now? Or?
No, he doesn't have to say anything nice. Smile says it all.
Our last question comes from Andrew Jones.
Thank you, Michael, on that, and belated happy birthday to you both, June 24th. Birthday guys here. DeJuan, I want to ask you then, what's it been like watching Matt over in Arsenal, and especially if you may have seen the Aaron Ramsdale impersonation of Matt laying down that American vernacular over there. And Matt, just your thoughts, speaking of Arsenal, about Declan Rice and Kai Havertz joining the team with those accomplished players that you played against. Your whole thoughts about that right there. Would you, DeJuan, first?
Yeah, seeing Matt over there, it gives us all at the Revs great pride, great joy, because he's an unbelievable goalkeeper, but an even better person. So to see him succeeding at the highest level is really encouraging and really motivational for guys like myself who are pushing to get to Europe and yeah, just play at the highest level. So yeah, Matt's been a great role model for a lot of us.
Yeah, I'll say it's really great to see some of the moves that the club's been making, and I think it's pretty clear that we want to compete at the highest of high levels that we can possibly do it. And so obviously I haven't been over there in a little while now, but I look forward to, the more quality players that we have, it just raises the level of everybody around. So again, I'm looking forward to getting back into that environment and continuing to grow and continuing on my journey.
Thanks to DeJuan and Matt and all of you for joining today. We'll see you again tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Thanks.